Well, we got a little bit of a special video today. I had a request for change from, I think, Top of the Pop, but I knew the comments are going to come. Why did you listen to the studio track? Blah, blah, blah. So I do the studio track in there too. So let's go. Hi, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, I know I am. And we are back with Tears for Fears, courtesy of our patron, Scott. Thank you for your support, Scott. I truly appreciate you. He requested the live version. I threw in the studio track because, more than likely, I was going to play it twice. I love Tears for Fears. All the stuff we've done on here, absolutely excellent. I listened to it on my own time. I'm not going to lie. That's how much I like it. And I can't wait to hear this one. Apparently, this is one of their biggest hits. This album came out in 1983, peaked at #1. It was gold within 3 weeks of its release. It was platinum basically a year later. And it had 5 different singles, which we've done. Pale Shelter, I know Mad World already, so this is the 3rd single we've done from it. So there we go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll leave it at that. All right, first up, the studio track of Change by Tears for Fears. 3, 2, 1, go. I love Kurt's voice, man. That is sick. Wow, that's a good lyric. Man, this album, they were firing on all cylinders, bro. Right out the gate. I was so sick, bro. I bet this live is about to be fire too. It's just a studio track. I just had to love. That's okay. It's like a double play for free. You were a photograph when it's all too late. It's all too late. I did not have the time. I did not have the nerve to ask you. That's a good one. What a great song, dude. Seriously. Where does the end of me become the start of you when it's all too late? It's all too late. Change. You can change. Change. You can change. That's so good. What has happened to the friend that I once knew? Has he gone away? That is so sick. That's awesome. Charlie Sheen. And then that guy looks like the other guy from 2.5 Men. Just younger. That's funny. When it's all too late, it's all too late. Change. That was awesome. That was an excellent performance. It was just probably redub with the studio track. But like I said, free double play basically. That's cool. And we got a little video in the second half. And I did that anyway because the top of the pop people are really on their copyright, so might as well throw the studio track in there too. But whatever, it came up as that anyway. That was awesome. Thank you, Scott. These guys continue to surprise me every time I listen to them. That was so cool. I can't pick between the guitar or the keyboards at the end there at that last part. Like, there are so many cool components to that song, and it put together into this just like finely crafted like watch basically or something like that. It's crazy how many hits they have from this album. I mean, literally every song I've heard from it has been iconic sounding. This was right up there with Mad World or Pale Shelter, all the ones we've done. It's crazy, dude. That just Kurt's voice in that, it's hypnotic. The guitar lines, everything in it is just hypnotic. The riffs, The drumming, it's there and keeps everything steady, but like I don't know exactly, was that like a glockenspiel or a xylophone, marimba, whatever he was using. That's his. Okay, so Roland Orzabal, vocals, guitars, keyboards, rhythm programming. Kurt Smith on vocals for the song, bass and keyboards. Manny Elias, I'm guessing, on drums and rhythm programming. Ian Stanley on keyboard programming and computer programming. That was for the album. Like I said, it came out in 1983, and it was huge. And I see why, man. It has such a unique kind of flavor to it. Like this whole, it doesn't even sound like new wave at points, which I guess that's what it'd be considered as, but it definitely has roots and other things. I feel like it had some of the stuff that preceded it in the 60s and the 70s, but they are also like pushing into brand new bold territory as well, because the 80s was like the almost, the digital revolution in a way, because analog was going the way of the dodo at that point, and it, obviously it's just continued on, but it's interesting what they could pull off with the old analog and the new digital at the same time, like mixing it together. It kind of produces this really interesting effect of, I don't know, that we just can't replicate it these days. Like it's even with all of our, advanced processing power and all this stuff, we just for some reason can't get back to this art and cultural, I don't know, milestone of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There's other factors at play in that, and I think society at large, because, we're the ones that artists come from. We are the artists, you know what I'm saying? The spark is gone. It's been replaced with, and I hate to be the, Rage Against the Machine guy, but it literally, it's all about money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see it on a first-hand basis every day, dealing with copyright claims over, $5, if that, you know what I'm saying? And like, they are brutal about it, and that, it's crazy, and I don't really, you just kind of roll with it at this point. Like, I've been doing it for a while now, so I'm kind of used to it, but there's some days where it's just like, bam, they just took everything from the month, and it's like soul draining, you know what I mean? But luckily I've got such great patrons and stuff that I can, rely on that and still just, put out quality videos for you guys to enjoy every day. And I truly appreciate support. I really do. That was excellent, Scott. I love the video too. Just to get a, a glimpse of like the mid 80s, early 80s, like the little mullet that Kurt had, it's such an interesting time period, and there's so much change happening at the time, and this song, I know that the album is like a loose concept about like childhood abuse and something like that, I think, and you can feel that almost like it said, talking about like a friend changing, it felt like, because the lyrics didn't really have a lover kind of point of view. It felt more like a friend or a brother or sister, whatever. I don't know, because people do change, and sometimes they change for the worse, sometimes they change for the better. And sometimes they do it at the same time, We don't just get better in all categories when we get better. We kind of get worse because it has to come from somewhere, We're not perfect people, We're not machines. We never will be. Just like, we're fallible, just, flesh and bones, And I don't know. It's interesting to see how people through their lives become different versions of themselves. Every day we kind of are a different version of the person we were yesterday, when they say every like 6 or 7 years you've got a complete new set of cells basically in your body, like we do go through these kind of cycles, and it's weird to look at your life in a, kind of like a not linearly or linearly. There you go. Got it. Good job, Lee. Just look at it from the macro, and like you see the chunks of your life that led to one point, and it's crazy that everything that has to happen to get us into this moment now that's already gone by the time you talk about it. Ain't that something? Time's a bitch. I really enjoyed that though. I'd say I'd go with that last part at the end, with the keyboards. Him using the mallets on the video was awesome. Such an interesting sound and a unique soundscape. Like I said, it's kind of almost unique to Tears for Fears. There really isn't any other band that sounds like them that I've heard. And if they do, it's kind of like a cheap imitation. This is like the real deal of this genre right here, and I love it so much. So if you have any other recommendations by Tears for Fears you think I should check out, leave it down below. There should be like a pinned comment, and if not, just leave it in the comment section. And if that was your first time hearing it, let me know what you thought. See you later.